Hello, welcome back to the Kitchen Spy. My name is Kate and this is a shopping haul from both Aldi and Tesco. So, quite a big shop this week. Not much meat because I've already got quite a lot in the fridge and the freezer, but quite a lot of other stuff, some quite expensive things. So, this week in Aldi, I spent £67.39, and in Tesco, £67.10, which meant that overall I spent £134.49, which is quite a lot, but there's a lot of stuff that will last more than the week. So I got cod fillets and also cod loins. I actually would have bought all cod loins if they had them, but they only had one packet, and I'm going to be doing Cajun cod for that. Then we've got some Gruyere cheese here, and this is for a recipe that my husband's going to be doing in the week. I'm not exactly sure what it is, but there you go. And some red Leicester, which is one of our favourite cheeses, and this just looked nice. A couple of weeks ago I bought this for the very first time and I wasn't sure whether I was going to like it, but it's actually really very good, so I've bought it again. That's the mature cheddar. Baby bells, they're really good for snacking on, and about 50 calories each, and some unsalted butter, which is going to be used for buttercream. And these yogurts, they are really lovely but ridiculously overpackaged, which just seems wrong, but there you go. And here is some smoked salmon from Scotland. This looked really quite nice. There were a couple of options on the smoked salmon one, but I chose this. I actually don't like it, but my husband does. But it just sounded nicer than the more basic brand, so I bought that. Then we've got mushrooms, quite a lot of mushrooms this week. I'm doing a chicken and mushroom curry, which I'm recording, and also some big mushrooms here, which I think go with the Gruyere cheese for the thing my husband's doing. And then these Mediterranean style falafels, which are 235 calories for half a pack. So I started off by buying the Gosh ones, and then last week I bought the Aldi own version, the Moroccan ones, and they were gorgeous, so I'm trying these this week. Here's some mango chunks, which will be for some salsa, some celery and some cucumber for various salads and salsa and recipes, some thyme, which was 30% off, so always a bargain like that, and then some coriander, that will be for salsa as well for the curry that I'm making. Some lettuce, I got romaine lettuce this week. It looks a bit wishy-washy, but hopefully it'll be all right. Then these plums, I bought them for the first time last week, and I didn't notice that it said that they taste like pear drops, but they actually do, and they're really lovely, so I bought them again. Onions, brown onions and red onions, obviously lemons, obviously easy peelers, and of course oranges as well, and they were part of the Super 6 this week, so even more of a bargain than usual. Then some peppers. I like these packs because there's no green pepper in them. Some nice little Welsh salad potatoes and some leeks. Leeks are going to go into a beef casserole that I'm making, and I'm also going to be filming that recipe. It's quite basic, but you know, it's a good recipe. Some garlic and some tomatoes. These will be for salads and salsas, etc., etc. Blueberries, we use them quite a lot on cereals, in yogurt, and just to snack on as well. And also got these blackberries, which were 30% off, so a couple of those this week. Free range eggs, 6 eggs. I'm going to make a cake, I think, this week. Some Dijon mustard. Now normally I buy branded Dijon mustard, which is quite expensive, but I thought I'd give this a whirl because I tend to only use it in cooking, so hopefully this will be okay. Then we've got some green lentils. Again, that's for a recipe for this week. Oh, and here's processed peas. Now, I love processed peas. I like them in a casserole, so these will be going in the beef casserole at the end. And some chickpeas, again, for a recipe. We have already got some chickpeas in the cupboard. We always have them in, but just replenishing. And then I'm going to try this passata. I haven't actually tried this brand before, but I've got a couple of packs and we use that in various recipes through the week. And then we've got the red wine stock pots. These are actually good if you don't want to use either the calories or the alcohol for a red wine flavour in any food. And again, some beef stock pots from Knorr, and both of those things are gluten free. Then some wonky carrots. Well, they look pretty all right to me. They don't actually look very wonky at all. But I did notice this really cute carrot down here. I'll show you. It's got a face. Oh, yeah. I might feel a bit bad about eating that one, but yeah, nice to have a face in your carrot, I think. Then we've got some chopped tomatoes, 3 cans of those, and some wine. Again, this is the Pinot Noir that I like from Aldi. Some gluten-free beer, IPA. I'm going to be using some of this. I think I'm going to do Welsh Rarebit as it's St David's Day on the 1st, and we need a splash of beer in that. These rice cake bars, they are actually gluten-free, but my husband doesn't like these, but I do. And they're quite low in calories and good to take to work. We can't take nut-based snacks to work, so these are useful. So Bisto Best Gravy. This is really very nice and so convenient if you just want a quick splash of gravy. Some sparkling mineral water. Radio Times with the cast of Doctor Who on the front. I've never really got Doctor Who at all, ever, but I know a lot of people do. Lentil curls, as per. And then I saw these in Aldi, which are new. I've never seen these before. These are hummus chips. They are vegan, as you can see, and also gluten-free. So we'll give those a whirl this week. They're not individual packets, so we'll just pop those into a bowl. Our usual lacto-free milk, and then these are my tea bags of choice. Last week we got the decaf ones from my husband, and these are mine. Then some sponges for the kitchen. These are quite fat sponges and they've got quite a good kind of grip on them, so they'll be useful for in the kitchen. And then we tried this a couple of weeks ago, and it's not quite as nice as Sanex, but it will do, and it's way cheaper. And then for a little change, I'm getting some Kit Kats. So these Kit Kats are 104 calories for a 2-fingered Kit Kat, and they are a really good snack to have. I like them very much. And so obviously I've got those, and of course I can't not get my Tunnocks tea cakes, so those will be for snackage during the week. And some caramel flavour because I'm out of that. Some Space Raiders, again, a useful snack and only 58 calories each, very good value indeed. My lentil curls, which are the Thai sweet chili version, and this week some sweet and salty popcorn, which is 63 calories a bag and is very tasty indeed. Then we've got the granola here. This is gluten-free granola. It's granola. Anyway, it's quite expensive, but it's nice, and my husband likes it. It's his favourite. So we've got that this week, and that's from Tesco, and it is actually with the gluten-free section, not just in the cereals. So obviously it's more expensive just because it's there. Firelighters for the wood burner, because we're having a fire every day at the moment. Schweppes tonic, some toilet tissue and some kitchen roll, and some toothpaste. Then they hadn't got Jess's normal food, so I just had to buy this little 6-pack, and I think it's got vegetables in. I hope she'll like it. Then these gluten-free wraps, these are for a recipe again in the week, and we'll be using them for sandwiches or whatever. Our standard rice cakes and the Tesco rice cakes that are so very popular in this house. And of course, it just wouldn't be a shop here without the pancakes. And we're also out of tea lights. We like to have tea lights on in the evening, just makes it all cosy. And finally, this gut loving cob. Why you would ever brand something as that, I don't know. So there you are. Now, on the end of this video, I've tagged on a little bit of a walk that Jess and I had in some local forestry with a bit of local colour. So if you're interested in that, then obviously stay behind. But otherwise, if you're leaving now, thank you very much for watching. I hope to see you again soon, and if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up, and if this is your first time here and you fancy subscribing, then please click the subscribe button. So yeah, this is us preparing to go out, and this is what Jess does every time we go out. She likes to give it some welly with a little woo woo woo. And we're in forestry here, which is near Sugar Loaf, which is on the Powys Carmarthenshire border. There's a tree down, as you can see, and I think this is perhaps because of all the rain that we've had, and the roots, these trees are quite shallow rooted, and so it's fallen over. So there was a little bit of off-roading to be done here to get around the tree. Jess ran underneath it, so it's quite convenient being a dog. So you can see here, this is such a beautiful area. This is managed forestry, so there's quite a lot of big trees here as well where they clear fell them. So if you can see, here's Jess running down, yeah, we come here for walks. It's really convenient. It's quite close to us, and lots of people come to walk their dogs, so there's lots of interesting smells and things for Jess. And this is the first time that the sun has shone in so long. It was just so lovely to get out and not be absolutely soaked. Jess enjoyed it as well. She just loves running around, and she can run free here because there are no cars or anything. So you can see it is really very beautiful, but you can see the damage that's happened here with all of the water that's come down the paths, and you can see trees at improbable angles and things. So yeah, so that's just a little bit of local flavour, and there's Jess again, and if you think I'm obsessed with Jess, yeah, you're absolutely right, I am. She's absolutely the world to both of us. Anyway, so there you go, a shopping haul. I hope you've enjoyed it, and if you have enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up, and if you have made it this far and you're not a subscriber, perhaps you could consider subscribing to my channel, which is mainly food hauls and recipes, and obviously the odd bit of Jess. Anyway, thanks very much for watching. I really do appreciate your support, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye bye.